Have you ever watched your partner light up with warmth for a complete stranger, only to turn cold the moment she's back with you? Here's something that eats at men in relationships everywhere. You're watching her interact with the world and she's amazing. Patient with the cashier who's moving slowly. Gracious when the waiter messes up her order. She smiles genuinely at her coworkers. Speaks with measured calm to people she's mentioned disliking. Her voice stays steady. Her composure never cracks. Then she comes home to you. Suddenly everything changes. The patience vanishes. Your simple question gets a sharp response. A minor mistake becomes a major issue. That tone she never uses with strangers? You hear it constantly. The grace she extends to everyone else? It stops at your doorstep. You're the one who actually cares. You're the one who shows up consistently. You're the person who'd drop everything if she needed you. Yet somehow, you get the worst version of her behavior while random strangers get the best. It starts feeling intentional. Like punishment for something you can't identify. Most men hit the same conclusion eventually. The love is dying. She doesn't feel it anymore. They start doing mental inventories. What did I do wrong? What changed? How do I fix this? Some try harder. More flowers. More compliments. More effort to keep the peace. Others pull back, hoping distance will reset things. A few start arguments, demanding to know why they're being treated worse than the guy who delivers her packages. But here's what almost nobody considers. This pattern has nothing to do with love fading. It's operating on a completely different level. A level where logic doesn't apply. Where conscious intention barely matters. Where the explanations people give, even when they're being honest, miss the actual mechanism driving their behavior. This is about psychology. Raw, unconscious, deeply embedded human psychology that's been shaping relationship dynamics since before anyone thought to question it. Most relationship advice completely misses this. It focuses on communication techniques, on expressing feelings better, on quality time and love languages and learning to fight fair. All useful tools, but they're addressing surface symptoms while ignoring the underlying disease. What's actually happening is this. There's a hidden formula in the human brain that determines how respect gets distributed. Most people don't know it exists. Even when they're following it perfectly, they can't articulate why. This formula explains why strangers often receive better treatment than intimate partners. Why politeness flows freely to the irrelevant but disappears with the important. Why the people we see as safest often feel least valued. Understanding this changes everything. Not just in romantic relationships. In families, friendships, professional dynamics, anywhere human beings interact and assign value to each other. The pattern you're experiencing isn't personal, even though it feels that way. It's predictable. It's measurable. And once you understand the actual mechanism, the solution becomes clear. But that solution isn't what most men try. It's often the exact opposite. And that's precisely why the problem persists. There's a psychological principle hiding in plain sight that explains everything you're experiencing. Yet almost nobody applies it to relationships. Here's what they don't tell you. Respect and comfort almost never increase together. The closer someone gets to you, the more comfortable they become. And comfort breeds something dangerous. It breeds assumption. It breeds carelessness. It breeds the quiet belief that you'll always be there regardless of how you're treated. Think back to when you first met her. Remember how carefully she chose her words around you? Remember how she paid attention to your reactions? How she seemed genuinely curious about your thoughts? That wasn't performance. That was uncertainty doing its job. When outcomes are unknown, the brain stays sharp. It monitors. It evaluates. It treats every interaction as potentially significant. This is survival programming. The brain protects us by staying alert to unpredictable elements in our environment. You were unpredictable once. She didn't know if you'd call back. She didn't know what you were thinking. She didn't know if you'd stick around. That uncertainty kept her engaged, kept her attentive, kept her investing energy into understanding you. Then time passed. You became reliable, consistent, safe, and something shifted beneath the surface of her consciousness. Psychologists have documented this extensively. They call it habituation. When something becomes predictable, The brain stops allocating resources to process it. Think about the hum of your refrigerator. You don't hear it anymore. It's always there, so your brain filters it out. Saves energy for things that actually require attention. You became the refrigerator. Not consciously. She didn't decide to devalue you. Her brain simply categorized you as stable background instead of active foreground. You stopped triggering the alertness response that strangers automatically receive. But here's where it gets worse. Many men sense this shift happening. They feel the respect declining. And their instinct tells them to fix it through effort. They try harder. Give more. Accommodate everything. Avoid all conflict. Reshape their entire existence around keeping her happy. Take Michael's situation. 2 years into his relationship, he noticed his girlfriend becoming increasingly dismissive. So he adjusted. Rearranged his schedule to match hers. Dropped hobbies she found inconvenient. Stopped voicing opinions that might create friction. He thought he was being a good partner. Thought sacrifice would be rewarded. Thought effort would regenerate respect. The opposite happened. Her criticism intensified. Her patience shortened further. Her appreciation dropped to nearly zero. Michael doubled down. Even more accommodation. Even more flexibility. Even more self-erasure. And respect continued its downward spiral. Because Michael misunderstood something fundamental about how respect actually works. Respect doesn't come from making yourself convenient. It doesn't grow from removing all friction. It doesn't emerge from proving you'll tolerate anything. Respect comes from somewhere else entirely. And that somewhere else is precisely what strangers accidentally demonstrate without even trying. So why do strangers consistently receive better treatment than the man who actually loves her? The answer cuts deep. Strangers broadcast something you stopped broadcasting the moment you started trying to keep her. They broadcast completeness. Watch any stranger interact with your partner. There's no agenda behind their politeness. No desperation underneath their smile. They're not calculating how to make her happy. They're not monitoring her reactions for signs of approval. They exist independently. Their mood doesn't depend on her response. Their day won't crumble if she seems displeased. That independence registers immediately in the subconscious mind. Not as attraction necessarily, but as respect-worthiness. The brain instinctively categorizes people who appear self-sufficient differently than people who appear needy. And this is where most men unknowingly destroy their own position. The moment you start adjusting yourself to maintain connection, you send a signal. A signal that says your stability depends on her. A signal that says you need this relationship more than she does. A signal that says you'll tolerate whatever treatment necessary to avoid losing her. Her conscious mind might appreciate your flexibility, but her subconscious mind reads it as weakness. Not because women are cruel. Because human psychology evaluates value through perceived alternatives and self-sufficiency. Think about anyone you deeply respect. Your mentor. A leader you admire. Someone whose opinion actually matters to you. What do they have in common? They don't chase validation. They offer their perspective without begging you to accept it. They care about your relationship with them, but they clearly wouldn't collapse without it. Their identity exists independent of your approval. Now think about people who constantly seek your validation, who adjust their opinions based on your reactions, who seem desperate for your approval. How much do you respect them? The honest answer reveals everything. Respect flows towards self-possession. It always has. It always will. This isn't about playing games. This isn't about pretending not to care. This is about actually valuing yourself enough that your worth doesn't require external confirmation. Strangers get this automatically because they have no investment in the outcome. They're naturally detached, naturally complete, naturally independent. They're not performing for approval because they have nothing to lose. But inside relationships, men often abandon everything that made them attractive initially. They stop pursuing their own interests. They stop maintaining their own friendships. They stop having opinions that might create conflict. They shrink themselves into whatever shape seems most likely to preserve harmony. And each accommodation sends the same message. I need you more than you need me. I'll accept whatever treatment keeps you around. My self-respect is negotiable if the price is your presence. Her subconscious receives this message clearly, and it responds accordingly. Not with cruelty, with recalibration. She's simply treating you exactly as valuable as you're treating yourself. So where does this leave you? What actually changes the dynamic? Here's what nobody wants to hear. You cannot negotiate respect into existence. You cannot earn it through sacrifice. You cannot demand it through confrontation. Respect isn't a transaction where more effort equals more return. Respect is a reflection. It mirrors exactly how much you respect yourself. This sounds like empty motivation. Something you'd read on a poster in a corporate office. But watch it play out in real relationships and the truth becomes undeniable. The men who receive consistent respect share one quality. They never abandon themselves to keep the relationship alive. They contribute fully. They show up completely. They invest genuinely. But they maintain something non-negotiable at their core. A sense of identity that exists separate from her opinion of them. This isn't about becoming cold. It isn't about withdrawing affection. It isn't about playing stupid games where you pretend not to care. It's about genuinely valuing yourself. Not as performance. Not as strategy. As reality. When you maintain standards for how you'll be spoken to, something shifts. When you continue pursuing goals that matter to you, something shifts. When you keep friendships alive that exist outside her approval, something shifts. When you voice opinions even knowing they might create friction, something shifts. That shift happens in her subconscious evaluation of you. You stop being predictable furniture. You become someone with options. Someone with direction. Someone who chose her but doesn't require her to feel whole. And that version of you triggers completely different responses. The strangest part of human psychology is this. The moment you genuinely stop needing someone's respect is precisely when you start receiving it. Not because you manipulated the situation. Because neediness and respect cannot occupy the same space. When need disappears, something else emerges. Freedom. And freedom is magnetic. It signals value. It suggests alternatives exist. It communicates that your presence is a choice, not a dependency. Most men get this backwards. They believe demonstrating need proves love. That showing desperation confirms commitment. That sacrificing everything signals devotion. But the subconscious mind interprets these signals differently. Desperation suggests low value. Constant sacrifice suggests fear of loss. Endless accommodation suggests no other options exist. None of this is fair. Relationships shouldn't work this way. But psychology doesn't care about fairness. It operates on ancient programming that predates modern romance. Your partner doesn't consciously decide to respect strangers more than you. Her brain simply responds to the signals present. Strangers signal independence. You signal dependence. Responses follow accordingly. Change the signal, change the response. Not through manipulation. Through genuine transformation. Become someone who values himself completely. Someone who brings his full self without apology. Someone whose respect for himself gives her something solid to respect in return. That man receives different treatment. Every single time. If understanding the hidden psychology that actually governs relationships interests you, subscribe for deeper explorations like this. And if this perspective shifted something for you, like this video and share your experiences in the comments below.